hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel and a big hello if you're new around here. So what I thought I'd do today is show you what my typical weekly shop looks like. Obviously we've talked about my weight loss journey and the WW or Weight Watchers program that I've been following. I do keep an active count in terms of what I'm eating in terms of numbers, so that is kind of replicated in terms of what I've got here. So I've just finished work, done my Aldi shop. I spent £65 today. I've got more than a week's worth of food, so I just thought I'd give you an idea in terms of what I would have for meals during the day and on an evening, just to give you a bit of an idea about how a relatively healthy diet that is still focusing on the points on the maintenance section of WW really looks like. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I've bought. So first up, I've got breakfast. I tend to have the same breakfast most days, to be honest. It's quick, it's easy, it's convenient, and it's basically overnight oats. So I've got the zero fat Greek yogurt. I've bought 3 of those, which will last me throughout the week. So normally I'm using about 200 grams of that. There's 500 in each, so each lasts me roughly 2.5 days. And then I've bought the instant oats. These work out about 80 pence a pack of 10, which I think is really good value. And then I will defrost. These are frozen mango chunks. I'll put in a bag in the fridge to defrost, and then I'll use this, you know, a bag over the course of a few days. So what I'll do is I'll mix the yogurt with the oats and then just add some of the mango chunks on there just to give it a bit of something, sweetness, and obviously then you're getting in one of your 5 a day as well. I've bought a fridge set of Diet Coke. I don't drink a lot of Diet Coke, but it's sometimes just nice to have a cold drink that's a little bit different to the juice. I've bought their Sun Quench orange juice, and then I've got milk as well. I didn't need any butter or other types of yogurt. I've still got some of those from last week, so that's pretty much what I've bought from a dairy perspective. I picked up a Tiger Bloomer in the store as well. This will go in the freezer and I'll defrost a slice when I need it. I'm not always here at lunchtime, but when I am here at lunchtime, I'll either make myself an omelette, so I've got plenty of eggs, or I'll do a slice of toast with a couple of fried eggs on the top, and that is a low point meal really for lunch. Or I'll do maybe a wrap. I didn't buy any wraps this time, but I'll buy a wrap or a pack of wraps and do it with some salad and some tuna, something like that, which is generally quite low points. I also picked up a couple of boxes of these like Nespresso type pods. These are really good. They work out about £1.50 and you get 10 pods in there. They're great. They do different types, different strengths, and I think they're really good alternative to buying the Nespresso pods, because I'm trying to think how much they are a pack. I know they're quite pricey. So £1.50 for 10 I think is a great bargain. Next we're on to fruit. I picked up some ripen at home peaches. I've got my Pink Lady apples, which I love. I've got oranges here and some bananas. Since starting the Weight Watchers or WW diet, I don't think I've ever eaten so much fruit and veg in my life. This is, you know, what I'll use throughout the day just to snack on, really. There's no points in any of these, which is brilliant. So essentially, I class it as free food throughout the day. Then we're on to our evening meals. So I've got a stir fry selection today. So I've picked up some bean sprouts, and then I've got like a stir fry mix to go in it. I got some of the whole grain and quinoa rice there, so I'll have half a packet of that, half of the bean sprouts, half of that, and then I've got some frozen king prawns here, the cooked version. So that's what will go into it, and then I will put some soy sauce in there, some Chinese 5-spice, and that will be about it. It's a low point meal, and it's filling as well, so I'll have that a couple of nights this week and use that. I also picked up some chicken and some corned beef. These are not for me, these are for Daisy. I'm a pescatarian, which means I don't eat meat, but I eat fish, as you'll see throughout this shopping haul here. But yeah, so I will cook up some diced chicken breast for Daisy, and strangely enough, funny little dog, she also likes corned beef as well, so she'll get that that periodically. I'll just open a tin and keep it in the fridge, and she can have some of that. So next up we've got some salmon fillets. I don't know whether or not you've ever tried these from Aldi. They work at about £3 a pack. They're absolutely amazing. So I've got some red Thai infused salmon fillets and also some ginger, chilli and lime, which again are equally as lovely. I can never decide which flavour I like best because when I'm eating them I think that they're my favourite. So I've got 2 packs of those. I'll probably freeze one of them and keep a pack out. And then I bought some baby potatoes. These are the ones with the herby butter in. They're lovely. So while the salmon's in the oven, I'll just put a pack of those into the microwave and have them over the course of a couple of nights as well. Usually I'll serve this with some roasted vegetables, so I'll put in some red onion, I've got some courgettes here, peppers, I've got yellow and the red. I prefer those, I like the sweeter peppers rather than the green peppers. I've got some mushrooms. My dad's growing his own tomatoes at the moment, so we've got plenty of those, so I haven't brought any tomatoes. I've then got some broccoli, cheddar and tomato quiches here. I've got 2 of those. One I will freeze and one I will keep out and have during this week. And then I've bought some lettuce and cucumber, and I'll make a side salad with those because obviously they're less good for you and they do have quite a high WW point value. So, you know, they're not for every night. They're a bit of a treat. So I tend to have that certainly no more than once a week, maybe even less, it just depends. I've bought a treat, these stone baked thin pizzas. This is the Carlos one. I think this is about 70p. These are gorgeous. It's just 4 cheese, obviously I don't want any meat on it. I'd love a pepperoni, but I've gone off. I don't eat meat, so that's long gone. So I usually have one of those in the freezer just in case I get home late from work and I can't be bothered to prepare anything and it's just easy to grab. But again, this is a real treat and it tends not to be a regular occurrence. I've got some spaghetti. I just pick up the everyday essential ones. I think this is 20p a packet, which to me is an absolute bargain, and it's just pasta. I mean, what else do you need? And I make a tuna and olive sort of pasta mix just with some really basic ingredients. Obviously 0 points, hardly any points, and I don't use that much spaghetti in it. I'll just add some tomato puree in that and it just makes up a nice sort of pasta dish. So I do make that as well. And then Daisy loves tuna too, so Daisy tends to get some of the tuna. I'm also going to make a chilli this week, so I've picked up 2 packets of corn mince. I have got some peeled plum tomatoes. I put sweet corn in there. I put red kidney beans and also butter beans. And that is all I'll have. So these will make about 4 meals worth. So I'll obviously freeze a good 2 or 3 of the meals. And then again, that's really handy for when I get in from work. I can just defrost a bag of the corn chili mince and just go with that. Often I won't even do any rice with this. I'll just have a plate of the chili as it stands, and that works out at a couple of Weight Watchers points, which again, that and the salmon meal are generally quite low points. So if you need to offset a bit of a treat you've had, maybe with a pizza, eating something like that during the week will offset, you know, your little splurge, which we do have from time to time. While I was in there, they had some packets of corn sausages, so I thought I'll get some of those for the freezer, and then as the colder months come, I can make a sausage casserole. Obviously with there being 8 sausages in there, that'll last me for 4 meals, and then I can do some veg with that. And then finally, we were on to the treat things. So as well as the stuff here, I like the chocolate chip and the caramel Snacker Jacks. I don't know whether you've had those or seen them. They're worth about 2 points each, and they're lovely if you just want something a little bit sweet, but you don't want something that's high calorie. I think there's about 80 or 90 calories in each of those, so they're quite good. I've got really into the carrots and hummus. So on an evening, I'll sometimes just dip a few of the carrot battens into the hummus. These lightly salted tortilla chips are also lovely. They are, I think, about 45 pence for a packet. And I bought some sour cream and chive dip. Again, they're a bit of a treat, and I might have those, you know, one night during the week or on an evening at a weekend, just because I can. Do you know what I mean? You do need your treats. These light crisps, crinkle cut crisps from Aldi, are also lovely. 3 different flavours in there. I do like those. Again, they're really light on points as well, so they're just nice to have. Often on an evening I'll fancy something maybe savoury, and after dinner about 9 o'clock I'll just have a packet of crisps. I bought some olives. These are great just to go with a salad or just to snack on as well, because obviously we know how good olives are for you. I got some light baby bells. Often on an evening, just as we're going to bed, I'll open a little mini baby bell and I'll give Daisy a tiny bit of cheese, and I'll have some before I go to bed. It's a bit of a routine that me and Daisy dog have got ourselves into, but yeah, no, we like our little piece of cheese before we go to bed. And then finally, from a food perspective, I've picked up these quinoa bars. These are absolutely delicious. A little bit higher in the point value, but they're a really good like nutty bar to take with you if you know you're going to be in late from work, or again you just fancy a bit more of a substantial snack. We've got some pumpkin seed ones there. What are they? Pumpkin seeds, cashew and hemp, and then these coconut and hemp ones are absolutely fab as well. So that is my food haul. This week I didn't need any toiletries or washing things. I tend to not buy my clothes washing stuff from Aldi, but I do get things like washing up liquid, toilet roll, body creams and stuff like that. So that is literally all of the food. So there's probably a good 10-12 days worth of food here. I also got and picked up one of these reed diffusers. This is the number 1, so this is lime, basil and mandarin. They look like the Jo Malone reed diffusers, so they've got the lovely stylish black bottle, then there's like a silver neck, and then the reeds are black. So not only does it look stylish, it smells absolutely heavenly. So I have these distributed around the house. So these work out about £3.50. In terms of value, I think they're fabulous. I do recommend that fragrance. I do lots of others as well. So I hope that gave you a bit of an insight into my typical food diary. With working at lunch, it very much depends on what I eat. I'll probably tend to go for a salad or some sort of tuna wrap or something like that. That tends to be my staple lunch food, just to keep the calorie content down a little bit and obviously not go crazy. Normally, you know, in the past I would have gone for something like that with chips, always fries, you know, you name it. There would have been, I dread to think in terms of food, but obviously I tend to go for more of a healthy option now. So I feel as though every day I get in at least my 5 of fruit and veg on the Weight Watchers diet, where historically, if I had a choice between fruit or a bar of chocolate, I would have gone for the chocolate every time. And I used to throw away more fruit and veg than I actually ate. So every month or every week there'd be a whole load of food going in the bin, and I just think, you know, that's just so wasteful, isn't it? So I don't do that anymore. I will eat pretty much everything. Well, I will eat everything that I've got here over the course of the next few days. So I hope that was helpful. Again, it's on a budget, so I feel as though for £65 I've got quite a lot of stuff there. I think if I'd have done the similar type of shop in Tesco, I think you would have been looking at well over £100. I know when I go for top-up items that you can't necessarily get in Aldi, I'll walk out and I've spent £20-30 and I've probably got 5 or 6 items in my bag. So, you know, I've been shopping in Aldi now for, gosh, I want to say the last 4 or 5 months, and I've seen a significant difference in terms of how much I'm spending on groceries as well. It's a big outlet, and if you can cut down that but also get really good quality items as well, which I think you do there as well. I've never felt compromised on quality. I think that's a good thing. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll catch you soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now. I gotta tell